Hej, siemaneczko, z tej strony Zion Popel i dzisiaj oglądamy mecze Mistrzostwa Świata w Katowicach. Niestety ja przyjechałem, bo wiecie, jestem na wakacjach, no i oglądamy. Usłudko era kontra Polska. Szkoda, że ja przełączyli na Polaków, ale troszkę pociskali tych Koreańczyków. Tylko ja się osłabiła? Nie, czekaj. Nie pamiętam. Nie wiem, rok temu wygrała puchar, z czego co pamiętam.
Poland here as they run a more unorthodox composition in the current meta.
On board now with Jae-Hong, the best Hannah in the entire world, arguably coming in right now. Use that sling start early. There's a grenade. A little bit of less healing. Setrox goes down early. They lost Reiner. Ooh, but Danya takes down Jae-Hong. Flower trying to equalize, get a little bit more damage. And South Korea pulling ahead in the kills right now. Going back on the Anna sleep dart misses. Flower has a good angle to take down Schlepaistos. Grenades himself. Will it be enough? Maybe, maybe not. Flower gets the kill. Meanwhile, though, Danya pulled out the Dragon Blade to eliminate a few members of South Korea, but not enough to stop them from gaining some control meter here on point A.
And also the respawn timers really in favor of South Korea right there, trading more or less evenly with the Polish defense. Looks like they are rushing back to the point right now, but will not make it. They are going to set up four defense around this choke point instead.
Yeah. All right. So, good start for South Korea. 5 minutes, of course, on the clock right now. Flower the bronze. Oh boy! Comes in from behind.
Dobrze, nice.
Before Danya
Ładnie
takes
pocisnął.
him out. Mono has that Earth Shatter ready to go. Pretty successful barrage. They would have preferred to keep Flower alive, of course, but the payload will move.
Yeah, bumped back a little bit there. There's the shatter coming through, but not going to hit anything.
Dude, that was another sleep dart into the Reinhardt from Jae-Hong to set up a great Earth Shatter. We saw it yesterday. We're seeing it again right now. A little bit on the payload.
Yeah, it's trying to wait for the team to get there. They can't actually have enough damage right now to kill the Diva. They were trying to zone out Diana instead.
Yeah.
Pierwszy next match South Korea kontra Polska, a potem będzie Holandia kontra Azja, Kanada kontra Rosja kontra Turcja.
No support bias, of course. Reinhardt's charging into each other there. Danya gets the kill on the Mano.
Kurde, no to przegraliśmy z Holandią 4-0.
For Poland today. I think South Korea is running into a bit more resistance than they expected.
Yeah, couldn't actually get the payload down. 3 minutes remaining, but Motboy and Danya have showed up. Those combinations of ultimates from the Zarya and the Genji have been effective. Yeah. So far, they're going to be building up to another pair in the next minute or so.
I gotta say, I am pretty impressed by Poland so far, especially, like you mentioned, Danya on that Genji. Been really finding some great ultimates. Here we go again. Flower with the barrage getting aggressive. Gotta watch out for that sleep dart. I think I heard it go out, but he's not quite convinced. Danya again going in, lighting up the kill feed. As Flower tries to fight for his life here, but it's already over. His team has lost the fight. He's got to try to stay alive somehow. Waiting for that help back. The sneakiest Pharah in Overwatch history.
His team already pushed back up, pushing back up rather to the cart right now, and we didn't see it, but that was actually a nano-boosted Dragon Blade for Danya, so not going to bring that nano-boost to try and get Motboy up to the Graviton Surge faster. They invest some big kills, but they will have a bigger bang available depending on if Mot waits to use that self-destruct.
Yeah, South Korea still has some ults to use. Self-destruct thrown in by Poland just to try to zone South Korea back a little bit here. That's a sleep dart on the Setrox. Sets up
Korea to po prostu walkę jak nie wiem co.
South Korea
chyba jest gorsze te. Słyszałem od kolegi, że się South Korea rozwala. Ale dobra, pocisnęli ich.
This defense has finally been broken, and South Korea, they didn't really have to use much. 2 ultimates from Mono and Flower, all that was necessary. So now they will be trying to get another big nano-boosted Graviton Surge, probably onto Zunba right here if he can get enough Zarya charge up.
I zaraz będzie
in the
bomba.
wings right now, waiting for the pulse bomb. Can he get onto the end? He's going to big bang of Graviton Surge.
Tried to wait out those Zarya shields, got one with it, but the sound barrier preventing some of that damage as well. South Korea with their own as they go back in and they will crush.
Nie gra Miro, a to jest najlepsza małpa.
Payload moving though, Tank able to delay that quite a bit.
But the nice thing for Poland is that they got all of the ultimates from South Korea there. So they forced everything, the Graviton Surge, the sound barrier, the pulse bomb, so they will be able to hold better as it closer to point C. Yeah. It's going to be tough, I think, for Korea to push this one in for a little bit.
They don't have a ton of time right now, and they don't have the ults to work with as well. Sibylbi really needs to kind of get some picks on the outside. He dodges that sleep dart. Tank getting a bit low. Nice kill there. That's a great pick for South Korea.
Daniel with the sleep
dart from Jae, taking him out of the fight, and now the road is open. Even Moth popped out of the Diva suit and taken down.
Oh my, that sleep dart was so clutch to Adanya. Got his ultimate while he was dead. Shlabistos was trying to nano boost him into a Dragon Blade, and that's just gonna be it.
Well, they got to take down Moth and a few stragglers, but that will be it. South Korea with 1:30 on the clock at the end of their attack round, and that was a pretty sick move from Jaeong at the end. But what do you expect from this guy? Like that?
Sorki. Ja tak mam czasami, że mnie wywala z YouTube'a. To nie to miałam włączyć, sorry. Sorry. Ja to miałam. Już 1000 osób ogląda. Dobra, nice. Udało się. Jakoś nie taka ma być. Yep.
Of that caliber, right? Everybody's got opportunities to do that. Scary from Sibylbi there as well. I was getting chills. Very distracting.
Well, Poland on the other side does look a little bit more cohesive than we saw them playing yesterday. And Dania
Jak wyglądają ci polscy gracze? Znam taki Znam taki XD ciekaw. A to ja tego nie wiem. Kto tu jest?
You know, playing Reinhardt Zarya versus Reinhardt Zarya does seem to suit their more poking style a little bit better, where they can all back up behind the shield, and they are looking like they're having a bit of an easier time with that teamwork.
Right, so here we go. South Korea now on the defense, and it looks like Flower may be pulling out the Junkrat yet again. We saw him use it yesterday, it worked very well actually. And Poland mulling over the pharmacy. We did see that a little bit yesterday in their match against the Netherlands. They did get 4 in this match here, but so far today, giving South Korea more trouble than Austria did by quite a bit.
To jest, że pisze Bów Polska.
They know that Korea likes to play the Tracer and the Junkrat on the defense on King's Row. Yeah. So there's not really going to be an answer with the nerfs to Ana damage. It becomes a little more dicey to play this. Making sure right now with the Sonic Arrow that there's not going to be any surprises, and a few arrows to force them back off the point before we see the switch for Danye back over to the Tracer.
I'm a big Junkrat fan, but I admit he's not the greatest pick against Pharah, that's for sure. They do get the kill on Tank early on, so South Korea fighting this one with a man advantage here. Although, of course, Poland has those quick respawns. Moth having to back up just a little bit here, so Poland will regroup as Tank comes back.
And the only thing you can really do here if you're Korea is play around the hotel and the terrain and back off, right? Maybe tries to get some shots up on the high ground, but you're just not going to deal enough damage to take this far out, so you have to focus on taking the teammates out and preventing people from actually capping the point by spamming it with those Junkrat grenades instead.
That's right. Now, Moth did a pretty good job of separating the members of South Korea with that concussion grenade, but you can see the kill feed right now. South Korea, the team, picking up all the kills here, and it's mostly on the back of Sibylbi's Tracer. They're kind of just ignoring the Pharah, right? I mean, they're saying, all right, well, whatever, you can't take the point with it. We don't avoid the damage.
Yeah, they're avoiding the damage just by falling back around the corner and playing around the Reinhardt shield. When it goes down, they can head back into the hotel and elude harassment from the Tracer on the high ground, but Poland is getting a lot of these shots, but they're not actually finding targets right now because of how well Korea's playing around this terrain.
Danya trying to get the back lines there, but it's not working yet. Moth does take down Mono, so no Reinhardt. Maybe an opportunity here for Poland. They've got South Korea bottled up in the back corner here, but they need a bit more. They're not able to quite get the kills, and now South Korea comes storming back in again. A lot else to work with, and they don't even need to use them. It looked like Poland had an opportunity, but, you know, with that one not working out, things are starting to get a little bit worrisome. They really need to make these next...
Nie ścinam internet.
couple fights count.
Well, with the nano boost and the graviton surge there, if things had to go badly, Zunba had an opportunity just to lay it down onto the point and get the necessary damage.
Kurde, trafił. Bo tak by było Ścinam internet. Interesting.
Amount of charge, pulse bomb not going to hit for Danya.
That was a pretty optimistic one, just kind of lobbing it in there, but didn't end up finding the damage he was hoping for. Graviton surging out for South Korea, and there's a big bump and a bigger res comes in from Slapaisos. They need to make something happen afterwards. So sound barrier immediately for South Korea. Flower picks up two with the Riptire. That's another hold for South Korea.
But look at that use of the Riptire, Dylan.
Yeah.
They knew that the resurrection was up. They knew it was going to be coming after the old combo. So they delayed the Riptire. Flower gets it and kills two immediately after the resurrection. So South Korea reading these team fights very well so far, and Poland not having many opportunities. Going to be switching to the Soldier 76 right now, trying to get that poke down onto Flower.
It's a scary concept to consider Riptire is actually a pretty good answer to resurrection on points like this.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's kind of funny. Ooh, Sabiel be getting very low, has to run away there. Moth coming in again now on the Soldier 76.
Nice
shot. There's an Earth Shatter used by Mono. What can they get with it? Yeah, Moth did take down Sabiel B, but Zumba following up on that Earth Shatter, helping South Korea take people down. Mano does fall though. Another grab. He gets so many of those. Three-man Riptire for Flower.
Well, that was not going to end well, though. As soon as I saw them walking into that hotel, the Graviton easily able to grab three members in there.
He may be named Flower, but he's making Poland push up daisies right now.
Oh. Nicely put. Thank you.
Poland's got a couple ults to work with as they come in for what's going to be their last push here.
Widziałem, że też w South Korea jest taka dziewczyna, co jest bardzo OP. Nice. Nie trafił. No dobra, to jest raszowanko. Dawajcie, dawajcie. Nice, dobrze. Do Ana. Jest. Dobrze zabili. Jeszcze Ludzko został. Lucy, dawajcie, Lucio. Kur. Ajdź. Jakie to przebicie swojej matce. Nie, pierwszą rundę przegrałem.
Having very effective conservative use of their ultimate economy here so far here in Poland, and struggled a little bit at first. We saw the Polish team give them a fight on that attack run, but they could never crack the defense. They had the compositional, answer with the far up. Yeah, it was good to see that come in, but the Korean team played around the terrain so well. It made it very difficult for the Polish squad to actually have that make the big difference and get enough damage down, not on Reinhardt shields and not on walls of buildings in order to finish off some of those kills.
Well, I mean, no doubt we're seeing Poland come out a little bit stronger than Austria did yesterday. Did push South Korea
Rosja miała drugie miejsce, a trzecie to chyba Szwecja, a czwarte to już nie pamiętam.
We're seeing all this stuff that, you very seldom even have to think about. Like, when you get this big res, you're not ever really considering the fact that there's going to be a Junkrat tire coming in to catch those people coming out of it at the end. It's like, who prepares for that?
But also, there is value in that, too, because you did force the Korean side to use 3 ults, and you used 1. So, they did actually get something out of that scenario, and sometimes you want to use res in that manner because the trade that you're making for your next push can be improved as a result. But there wasn't a capitalization that we saw coming out of that trade by Poland, unfortunately, for them.
All right, well, we'll see what map Poland chooses for the control map going forward. Looks like from our screen it may be Nepal. We will see if that goes through. Either way, it's a strong start for South Korea, and not a huge shock. Everybody expecting South Korea to come in once, come in very strong into this one. And a lot of people ask, are they going to be able to repeat last year where they won the World Cup without dropping a single map in the entire tournament? And it's even harder to do that this time around because you've got more matches to play, but so far so good. They have not let an opponent take a single point yet.
Well, the tournament. I think the hardest part is that because of the committees selecting the World Cup rosters this year, we do have many teams comprised entirely of pro players, which is especially if they make BlizzCon, which we all predict that they will. It will be a harder run, I think, through the top 8 teams.
Yeah, I think it's going to get pretty competitive for South Korea later on. I mean, if you remember how China was looking when we were at the Shanghai stop, that was probably, I think, the second strongest team behind South Korea we've seen so far. Australia looked good.
Francja porobiła kogoś, nie pamiętam kogo, ale porobiła 6-0, ale zapomnieli 20 punktów i przegrali drugą rundę.
I'm looking ahead. I mean, we've got a lot more great matches this weekend, but
A ten Reaper, on był najbliżej na tym punkcie.
yeah, exactly. But like already, I'm getting super hyped for BlizzCon. Me too. Well, here we are on Nepal, guys, starting things off on Village. South Korea in the blue this time, Poland in the red. As we go for that high ground battle, looks like Flower back on the Pharah. We're going to catch him.
Reaper and a May on the Polish side. This competition is great if you cap first, but you have to be able to get the first cap.
Shabaiso's in a little bit of trouble. He goes down early. So he'll be following up on that damage from Flower's Pharah. And Cetrox not going to last too much longer. This Pharah just went completely untouched. And because of that, Poland, I think they're going to need to make some swaps. Because it's like you said, Monte Cristo, you really have a hard time assaulting the point, and we already see them making some changes.
So they were not anticipating the Pharah coming out because they made a composition that had no damage to the Pharah whatsoever and couldn't even reposition against the Pharah. So if you win that first fight, though, and you get the May and Reaper on the point and force them, the enemy, to come to you, it can be very strong. So I like the idea, and I'm glad we're seeing Poland as well make that adjustment immediately once they realize that their composition is not going to work out.
On board with Jaehoung once again.
Poland did flip the point right there.
Yeah, they did manage to sneak in and take it, gaining a little bit of percentage now. So South Korea on the outside looking in. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That was really quick, really subtle. South Korea coming back now. They push Poland away for the moment. Moth, though, does take down the opposing Pharah, and it looks like Poland may be able to hold on to this.
Cetrox to był Cetrox. To już jest mapka. Dawaj, Cetrox. No kurde, wkurza się ta mapka. Ajdź. Nie. Dobrze, nice. Aj. Kurde, mercy to. Nie, znowu próbuję.
Mano manages to dodge the pulse bomb from